Statesman baseball also opened up this weekend, three-game series versus visiting East Central. Head coach Rodney Batt's era got underway. Statesman took the series 2-1, winning 8-6 on Sunday. We'll bring up Coach Batts to talk about his opening weekend and what's ahead for the Statesman this week.
Well, it was good to be on the field, good to play, good to see some sunshine for a change, and good to be back on the field. But, first weekends are always interesting, trying to learn our guys, still trying to figure some things out with our team. And I thought as a whole, our team really competed, and they played hard, played with a lot of heart, a lot of passion all three games. We won 2 out of 3, disappointed in that. We felt like we gave away game 2 and just with some walks and some errors. But, I was proud of them. Game 3 coming back on Sunday, and I made this statement to them after Saturday, tell of a good team is how you bounce back after a tough loss. And I thought they came back re-energized and motivated, and I thought we played well, in games 1 and game 3, particularly offensively. I thought we swung the bats really well in those 2 games and had some big hits, had some big 2-out hits. Game 2 was a different story. Just couldn't get the big hit, couldn't get any offense going really. You got to credit their pitcher to that, and kind of kept us off balance where we couldn't really get into our offense. But, still trying to figure some things out with our team. What's our best lineup? What's our best position lineup? What's our best rotation on the mound? I thought our 3 pitchers that threw, they all gave us a chance to win. I thought Hunter Riggins game 1 was Hunter Riggins, and he was in the zone. He competed really well. He challenged the zone, challenged their hitters, and I thought he threw really well. Jackson Rutledge was not his best. Sometimes these first games you have to get your feet underneath you, and you got to get the nerves out of the way. And I think the more the game went along, the better he got. He's better than what he showed on Saturday. But I thought Cooper Brune yesterday gave us a chance to win. And, he had good stuff. His off-speed stuff was good. His changeup was really good. And so that was a plus. We're still trying to figure out what our best rotation is. I'm also trying to figure out some guys in the bullpen. And I was pleased that our bullpen guys all weekend, Tanner Probst comes in game 2 on Saturday when we're down. And we're using him as a closer, kind of extended him a little bit. He threw 1.2 innings and threw really well, kept him there, gave us a chance to win. Cole Kittrell came in before him and kind of held him at bay a little bit. But I was proud of our bullpen guys yesterday. Every time they came in, it was a tough situation, and they kept us right there, kept us in it, and, and gave our offense a chance to finally catch up and get going.
How do you think that the rain and where you guys have been practicing all week maybe affected some of the fielding?
Well, the outfield, it was a mess. It was really wet and really soft, but, it didn't come into play as much as I thought it would. You go back to, I think the first inning of game 1, when one of their outfielders is going for a fly ball and he loses his footing. It worked in our favor. But I really think that's about the only time the outfield really came into play. Infield was fine. Infield was dry. But, just not being on it every day and ground balls for infielders, it was a little bit different. But they've been out there enough. They've played the game long enough. They know this time of year that's probably what they're going to do is sometimes the only time to get on the field is during game day.
Did you have any nerves, being your first couple games at the helm of Delta State?
Well, it was just nerves and excitement about putting the green and white back on. I told our guys on Friday, I hope they're as excited as I am. I've waited 6 years to put that green and white back on, so that was excitement for me. But, I don't want this thing to be at all about me being back. I want it to be about this team and, what lies ahead for them. But it was exciting to be back and put that green and white back on.
I only got to see Sunday's game, but just talk about the middle of your lineup and the hitting. It seemed like a lot of stuff came from Hayden Blake and Wyatt yesterday.
Yeah, the middle of our order was good yesterday, and they were good in game 1. But, a couple guys that had really good weekends for us. One, our leadoff hitter, Chad Ragland. He's did just what you want a leadoff guy to do, and that's to be an on-base guy. contact oriented, see pitches, and he did that all 3 games. He was really good this weekend. Wyatt Pratt, Blake Wolferding, both those guys had really good weekends for us. Had some really big hits for us yesterday, you know, with men in scoring position. And you know, yesterday was a little funny. You look up there in about the 6th inning, and we've got 14 hits and we've got 4 runs. You know, we've got some hits. We just couldn't piece them together when we needed to. It seemed like they all came with 2 outs, with nobody on. And you know, then the latter part of the game, we were able to get some guys on early in the inning, and those guys stepped up and came up big for us when we had to have them.
Looking ahead against this week, Arkansas, Monticello tomorrow, and then Lynn coming up this weekend. 2 teams that are always so good.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough week for us, and you know that'll be something I'll have to say every week. Just with the way our schedule is and our opponents, it's we'll get used to it pretty quick. But Monticello, they're going to be a really good team. They went out and played in Houston this weekend and played some really good competition. So we go over there tomorrow, weather depending, but. You know, anytime you play them, anytime you go on the road and play anybody, it's a challenge. I told our team that yesterday. You got to be road warriors, and that starts tomorrow. And we got to be able to go and play well on the road. Then we got Lynn coming here this weekend, who's, you know, another in-region game. Every game from this point on is an in-region game, you know, outside of Mississippi Valley. So those games are real important. Those are games we got to win. Those are the games we got to play well. But you know, this weekend will challenge our guys with 2 really good opponents.
Okay.
All right, thank you.